Hi, I'm Kay Marie, your Silver Queen, and thank you for joining me here on Silver Queen Tarot. Today, I'm going to do a collective Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine reading. I am intuiting some changes within the union and wanted to get some clarification in a reading. I've already meditated and thoroughly shuffled the cards. I've asked Spirit, Divine Holy Spirit, Ascended Angels, and Universal Light to come and help us get clarity and insight through these messages, and that it will inspire you to your highest and purest good. Thank you so much for joining me for the first, since it's a new channel, the first 1,000 subscribers have an opportunity to enter a weekly drawing to receive a free video read from me. So make sure you check the description box below in order to become qualified for those reads. Now, I've already done a spread, 8 cards, and then I pulled clarifiers on those cards, and I will go through this with you together for the first time here. All right, so thank you, Spirit, for your guidance in this. The overall energy for this reading is the Ace of Cups. That's quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. So there's a new beginning here. There's a new beginning in love here. And when so this reading, I'm picking up that it is not for those who are not aware of who their twins are or who their divine counterparts are. It's for those who know who their divine counterpart is and either have been in separation or are having trouble in the union now. But the outcome is the Ace of Cups. Can't beat love, can you? Can't beat love. So the first card we have is the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Ace of Wands in the upright is a very passionate, possibly even very sexual energy. The salamander here represents the manifestation of that passion. So the passion has been, if it's sexual, it's been consummated already. If it hasn't, it's about to be. Okay, this is it in the upright. However, the card came in the reverse. So something has happened to where the passion died. The opportunity for this consummation has been denied, rejected, or put on hold. Okay, so that's the Ace of Wands in reverse. However, the next card is the beautiful Star card. I love this card, especially in a twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine reading, because it represents these two vessels, which are indicative of our two energies. And these cups are being divinely poured into a unified pool of universal purpose and life. This is awesome. So it tells me that these two vessels have gone through this transformation of healing, and the universe is saying now is the time for the joining, how can I say, the pouring together of these uniting of these energies so that they become one superstar, okay? One supernova, explosive energy of light and love in the world. That is so beautiful. The third card we have is Judgment. There has been now, this doesn't look like the traditional tarot judgment card where you got the graves and people rising up and at the horn of Gabriel. This is a little bit, in my opinion, a bit more intuitive and a bit more spiritual than that. In my intuitiveness, I'm picking up that there was someone, divine, or both parties, divine masculine, divine energy, masculine energy, that were grounded in carnal energy down here. And there was a call to elevate, right? This judgment call caused this individual to elevate. And as they elevate, they entered into this circle of protection, right? This circle of protection that brought them to their divine purpose and calling. This is a beautiful card because if this is your energy, divine feminine and masculine, this means that you have heard the call of what this union is all about, and you're ready now to fulfill this purpose. This light has illuminated you, and this circle protects you from retreating to your old carnal ways. Which is interesting because the next card that came out was the Devil in Reverse. Now, the Devil in Reverse is about the release of toxic behavior in a nutshell. But in the upright, these toxic behaviors have you bound and caged and helpless, and they drive all your decisions and your actions, and you have no thought about who you hurt in the process because you're so consumed with the desires and the toxicity of these behaviors. You're addicted and you can't help it. But in the reverse, you're no longer caged and tied to those addictions, whatever they were, those toxic behaviors. You have found the power to release them. And with the Judgment card before that, you could see that there was an elevation here. Somewhere you spiritually evolved. And it forced a release of these toxic behaviors. If this is for you, divine feminine, this is for you. If it's for divine masculine, it could be collectively for the both of you. Nonetheless, there's nothing toxic that's binding you. Of course, you're going to face challenges in this union. You're still going to have things that you have to overcome together. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, these are things that you work on together. You're not bringing to the table your individual toxic behaviors that can hinder this union. You've both evolved. You're both protected, and you're both aware of your purpose of this union. Beautiful. Now, the next card we have is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, this little sneaky guy right here. He just, I don't know. I look at him, he's looking back. He's looking back at something. I don't know what he's looking back at. We'll figure that out. But on his tights, you can see the moon and you can see the stars. So he's aware that there is some sneaky secret stuff that he's doing that he's not supposed to be doing, but he's doing it to avoid this star moment, this star energy. He's doing it to avoid this healing, this calling upon his life. He's doing it to hinder maybe even what that was. This red is also, in my opinion, indicative of his power to do that. He's been able to do this and get away with it for quite some time. Yeah. The next card we have is the Four of Coins, which is the Four of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. And in the Four of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, it's about holding on to something. It's about being stingy. It's about being greedy. It's about, holding on to all your tangible gains. In the reverse, however, it's been a release. Something has been let go, or either something. Oh, okay. Spirit just gave me a message. Hold on. This sneaky guy here. This sneaky guy stole something from this individual, took it all, depleted. It could be you, divine feminine. It could be you, divine masculine. But you took something. You took something. You ghosted this individual. You ghosted them and left them depleted of something, something tangible. Money? You stole money? Possibly. You stole, wow, yeah. You stole something and it left them completely depleted. Now, as you can see here in the cap of this, I don't know if he's a page or whatever, but his headdress has a star and a moon in it. In the reverse. So he knew there was a divine connection to this energy. This Four of Coins in reverse knows that this was a divine connection. And he really allowed this individual to take their time, their resources, their money. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Okay, so let's move on. Here we have the King of Wands. What a handsome man he is. Very attractive, very stern. I'm hearing something. Hold on. Okay, yes. This king is decisive, and his execution is truly on point. When he decides something, it happens. No ands, ifs, and buts about it. His crown is made of the spear tips, probably of his enemies. He is surrounded by 4 wands with illuminated lights on them. So these 4 wands represent 4 elements in his life, or 4 important elements in his life that has been illuminated and that he controls. He is not only decisive, but he's passionate. What he wants, he gets it. This king is determined and almost borderline narcissistic. Borderline, not quite, but he pretty close. Because it's really his way or the highway. All right. That's this king. The next card is the 5 of Cups. I'm picking this up as a feminine energy. A divine feminine has felt really sad about something. And it looks like there were 2 cups in the back here that's left illuminated. Maybe, and, oh, okay, got it. Okay, she was really sad about this king breaking her heart. This was supposed to be a divine union. And he did something to break her heart. She lost hope in this cup, these cups, this union that was supposed to happen. She looks extremely sad and remorseful. Extremely sad and remorseful. This king is looking like he is an emotionalist. He wow. He didn't feel nothing about this. He didn't give her feelings any consideration at all. She was just kind of left. I'm surprised the 5 of Pentacles didn't come out. He just left her feeling really, really cold and out in the dark. I'm sorry, yeah, out in the cold. In the dark too, about probably a lot of other things. All right. Woo! So the first set of clarifiers that I pulled, because it appeared to me in the overall reading that this union somehow faded in passion. But there's some healing that's happened. There's healing that's happened because the star is illuminated. The 2 cups of hope are being poured from each person, divine feminine, divine masculine. Judgment has already been called upon this. They have both elevated to a place where they understand what this union is all about. There's no longer toxic behavior interfering with the execution and fulfillment of this divine union, which is a wonderful thing. That's very beautiful. The sneaky behavior is something that I believe had to be healed. You know, whatever was stolen from one party or the other, the healing and forgiveness had to come in order for this star to even show up. So maybe whatever was taken, can't get it back once it's taken, can't change the past. Let's move on. Let's heal. Let's do this. Okay? This king understands what he did. He knows he broke his divine feminine's heart. He knows this. He's aware of it. He may seem stoic and unaffected, and he's a king of wands, so you don't see the emotion, okay? You don't see, he has passion, but you don't see the emotion. But he is aware that he affected negatively his divine feminine. He's aware of that. He's a king. He knows. So the first set of clarifiers that I pulled from the deck, was this Eight of Swords. This is our divine feminine. She is tormented by this divine masculine. Just trying to save her mental sanity, trying to preserve what little mental sanity she had left to move on and go on with her life. She knew and knows that she can't stay imprisoned with the thought of what ifs, but she had to move on. She had to move on, and she did. The next card was the King of Cups. This King of Cups is indicative of my king. My king showed no emotions, but he's all emotions now. He went from just stern, stoic, and stubborn to this big ball of love. Something transformed in him, and it happened because of the love he felt and didn't realize from his divine feminine. He knows that she's the only one that could trigger this in him. She's the only one that's ever triggered this in him. He's never felt real love before. Unconditional love. This divine feminine loved him, even in his stubbornness, in his cut, very sharp cut ways. She loved him and loves him still. And now he's just one big ball of emotion ready to pour into this cup. He knows this cup is his. She's the only one that could trigger this level of emotion with him. And because he is prepared and ready to bring her the truth. This is the Ace of Swords. He's ready to give her the hard, cold truth about all the toxicity that had kept him from getting in union with her. So my divine counterparts, now I'm telling you, this union is happening. It's happening. It may have happened already for you. You might have already reunited with your twin, or if you want to call them a twin, your divine counterpart, I like to call it. Your divine counterpart. Because that is what is going to happen. This truth is coming with emotion. It's coming now with emotion. The thing about love is you can't have love if you don't have the emotional element to it. You can't. It doesn't exist. I believe God made it that way on purpose. The outcome cards that I pulled for you are the Eight of Cups in the upright. I love this depiction of the Eight of Cups because there's a couple of reasons. These cups down here were all the opportunities and all the options that were available. Look how they're lined up, waiting, honey, waiting to be filled by this masculine. They were waiting. And maybe at one time he was confused about all that. This may be the secret that he will disclose to you, because as you can see, he's elevating. He's stepped up. He has stepped up for you, Divine Feminine. He stepped up for you. And when I use he or she, I'm not talking gender, okay? I'm just referring to that because it's easier for me to keep keep this straight. It could apply to a male or female. I'm talking about the energy, so keep that in mind. This masculine energy has elevated. And as he elevates, he has one cup in his hand. That's you, Divine Feminine. That's the cup he's coming to you with, and he's going to tell you all his secrets. He's going to give you everything. And he walked away from all of this drama that kept him back. So that was the first card that came out on the clarification, on the outcome. The second card was the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands in reverse. So in the upright, the Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior. He's had a victory. He's had several victories, but he got his butt kicked, and he has to take a rest. He had to take his helmet off, and just take a rest. But in this position, the reverse, he is no longer battling anything. He's not battling himself. He's not battling outside forces. He's not battling anything. He has taken his stand. He's won this victory. He has definitely walked away from the things that were opposing him, holding him back, keeping him stuck. He's no longer putting any fire or energy behind those things. That's a good sign. So we've got two cards here, really, that speak to our divine masculine. He's stepped up. He's not battling anything anymore. He understands what this union is all about. He understands who she is. He knows that you are his divine feminine, and that you're the only one, the only one that could trigger emotional love in him. The final card was the Two of Cups in the upright. The Two of Cups in the upright. How beautiful is this? This is the outcome, y'all. And it's got two beautiful swans. Swans are monogamous creatures. They pick a partner, and that's it. It's done. Done and done. Done and done. These two cups are so overfull, they illuminate light and love. This goes back to my star card. These vessels here being poured with hope to ignite a new beginning here. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, I want to tie these two together here so you can see what that looks like coming together. These two poured into these two ignite the supernova light of love. This divine union is purposeful. It is divinely called. There's no getting around it except by free will. And if you choose not to, then, oh well, that's your choice. Okay? This twin flame journey, this divine union journey, however you want to label it, is one that is not for the faint of heart. Everybody can't go through this transitional growth to get to this place of being unified. It takes a very strong soul to elevate above the carnal in order to get into this divine purpose and in this divine union. This is a tough journey. But it is probably one of the most rewarding ones as well. The satisfaction of it surpasses anything that you could ever experience. Now remember, the overall energy for this union is the Ace of Cups. There's nothing but pure love here. Pure love. Pure love. And if you have never felt that and you want to, find the courage to stick with your journey. If you don't know if that's what you really want, then yes, of course, choose something different. What makes you happy is most important. What makes you fulfilled is most important. But there's something good and promising and expansive and joyous and harmonious about a union that comes into fruition. This is it's beyond words. That's all I can say. And like I said, this is supernova. If you don't know what a supernova is, look it up. Google it. That's how I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you so much for joining me. And this was such a delight to share with you. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and share with your friends and your tribe. And also make sure you don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you found any thing in this reading that resonated with you. And remember to look in the description box for the free reads that I'll be doing until I reach my 1,000 subscribers. Until next time, namaste.